Good evening. Welcome to Hartwood Turning in the Stable Studio. Cup of tea. So all good. Gotta love a cup of tea. Let's introduce my earworms before we do any more. Pop this in here. We have a reduction in numbers this evening. Maybe that's a good thing. We have Pete from Twisted Trees, who's my
Good evening,
technical
all.
advisor.
I've got a question for Terry. Terry, the back of this SK114, it's got writing on it. The back of this SK114 doesn't. Has yours got writing on, Terry?
Yes, mine has. Both of mine. You could have got the later version.
Hi, everyone.
You done now, yeah? You done? Terry? Terry Bray from
Good evening,
KJ
everybody.
Turning.
Welcome aboard.
You might have noticed already, full of cheek as usual. And the lovely Joe Senior is in as well.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Joe. There may be no singing tonight, by the way.
It's all right.
No singing.
Oh, yeah, there could be. There very well could be.
Ah.
So we'll have to just wait and see. So I'll pop you guys back in the background.
Bye.
How do I do that again? Oh, aye, this button here. There you go. That's me. Oh, bye. Let's go to the overhead camera and let's talk about this thing that we did the other day. So we did this little ball. We did the bottom. We got a lot of mortise in the bottom. Lovely shape on the bottom. Lovely piece of wood.
Lovely.
And then we tried to turn it over and we made a complete mess of cut all across the face.
What's this wee bit? You did it, Brian.
You
made a mess of it.
Oh, no, you were coaching me, so
yeah, but I told you not to do that.
No, it's a wee thing. You coached me through it, so it's your fault. You think I'm taking all the blame?
In your language, it's a small thing, a wee thing.
A wee thing, yeah. This is a wee thing.
Small.
So we've had a bit of a. I had a bit of a think once I came off, and I've done a whole lot of thinking and speculation, and thinking about how to fix it. So I'm going to fix this because we've got a little dip in here. We're going to have to put a little shim in there, and then we're going to refix this faceplate onto there. So Joe's going to tell me who's in the chat.
I am.
Whilst I put this faceplate on.
Welcome, everybody. So this evening in the chat, I will wait until Brian has actually finished his drilling.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't wait that long.
Maybe.
I wouldn't wait that long.
We'll do it in between. We have Pete, obviously. Then we've got the wood dude. We've got Terry.
I'll try and drill quietly, will I?
Yeah, all right. Copper Owl wood turning. We've got Michelle Oosby. I've done that. Copper Owl wood turning. We've got Brian Eltonera de Madeira. Love that. Absolutely love that.
It's Brian with a Y, I keep telling you.
Dave Orty. We've got
Ward. Too noisy again? Too noisy again, is it?
Ward Wilson.
No, she's just trying to catch up, you know.
Malcolm Douglas. David J. Heath. We've got Wivey Woodshed. Paul Hoyton. Susie Swiss Woodturner. Wivey Woodshed. Steve Hale. Jigsy Shed. Anita Ball. Shane Hurst. We've got Doug Miller at Woodspun Round. We've got AGK Woodworks. We've got Douglas Mungham. Larry Nixon. Woodwork Learner. John MacDonald. Mark Stroughton. Stephen Gordon. Paul Finley, wood turning at home. Dara Coulon. I'm getting there.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
At
Brian's
the moment,
asleep.
I think. Well, thanks. I think that is it for now.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening, all.
Wayne the Woodturner. Hello, Wayne.
Welcome along, everybody. Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
So I've remounted the faceplate ring I've got it mounted on the chuck, but I'm going to have to work backwards to get the screw up this face again, because I can't touch the bottom end. I don't want to do that. So let's go to that camera.
Glenn the Yorkshire gets in. Watch it now.
You should be able
Hi,
to see
Glenn.
the back of that piece. So I'm just going to flatten this off. Is basically what I'm going to do. So let's put my safety goggles on. Switch the lathe on. Turn the speed up.
And away you go.
And it's on a faceplate, right? It should be okay. So we get the speed up. Besides that, if it comes off now, it's going that way, not towards me. And we'll just try and take a couple little cuts off of here. We'll lose a little bit of the height, but that's okay.
Alex, the wooden things is in. Good evening,
Right.
Alex.
Good evening.
Sort of fall down the hole now.
So the problem with doing off centre is you've got to think and make all the centre cuts that you need to make before you put it off
No.
centre.
Yeah. You got to remember where your drawing was.
Even if that means you end up sanding and
Tool rest
polishing a
just
bit
moved
that
up.
you're going to cut later.
Hmm.
There's a bit that needs to be finished. It's got to be finished from now.
So we need to get a little bit closer to there. And then I'll show you how I'm going to remark the bowl. One last cut, hopefully.
You're going to sand that outer surface ring then?
Yep, I'm going to sand it just shortly.
Good man.
You're going to grit it.
No,
I think we can expect some colour then.
Well, Terry Bartlett's not in anyway, so it doesn't really matter whether you grit it or not, really.
No.
Ah, come on. Well,
Lynn said sacked.
not again. Should have gritted it
You did-
yesterday. Stop complaining. Glenn.
you gritted it underneath,
Yesterday.
didn't you? Yeah.
Yep.
Jennifer's Craft and
There's
Creations
one
is in.
tiny
Good
little
evening,
bit of tear
Jennifer.
out. Where you can see that. There's a tiny little bit of tear out just here. And we've got a little bit of a bump there. Little.
That might sand out though.
You know how you get that kind of spiral thing?
Yeah.
It's, yeah, probably bouncing off something, is it?
It is bouncing off something, but I don't know what it is. I'm just going to try and take another light little cut just in the inside there. See, can I get in there a bit more?
Wayne says Brian needs a P45 t-shirt. I've got one.
Yeah, Wayne's got one as well. Not using grit, you get your P45. Mark, gentleman, wood turner's just turned up. Hello, Mark.
So to try and get rid of that, that little sort of ridge line, almost like a little spiral mark. I think that's because we're rubbing the bevel too hard. So if you just kind of glide the bevel over it, you should be able to get rid of that. Still a lot of bouncing there.
I'll tell you what, when I'm going towards the metal of a chuck with a tool, then I tend to get a bit too tight a grip on it. Spiral marks happen.
Benjamin's in.
Vince
I've
said,
got a
"Turn the
nice
speed up,
light.
Brian."
Hi, Ben.
Turn the speed up does the same job, yeah. Much better. So that's that going in the inside now. So I'll just come right, I'll take one more cut from the outside. Turn the speed up a little bit more.
Ben
Just
said it's
one.
great video quality today. Yeah, it is a really nice clear picture, isn't it? Ben.
That's a better cut. Jennifer's Crafting Creations is in. Jennifer.
And just as I come into the end towards the chuck, I just close the face of the tool there so as not to catch the bottom wing. Yeah, that should do. Let's have a look at that now. Take that off there.
Don't forget to sand your
Oh, no.
sharp edge.
I wonder could I? Yeah.
Yeah, you should sand and
Just-
finish that outside.
Sand and finish that first.
Whatever it's going to be.
I probably could sand it from there. I'll take this tool rest out of the way.
Radar the wood turner's in. Hi, Radar.
Hello, radar.
Well, certainly won't need 80 grit, that's for sure. I'll go to 120. that's
Ward
about it.
Wilson said your workshop looks a bit messy with those power cords not properly coiled.
What power cord? What power cords?
So that's the Hoover,
Oh,
Well-
yeah.
the vacuum.
This cord?
Yeah,
Well, the rest of it on the
That's-
floor as well, yeah.
That's not a power cord. That's the Hoover.
No, but
That's-
what about the
that's-
cord that's coming?
Oh, this one you mean?
Yeah.
The camera.
That's a camera cable.
Ah,
It's a temporary
well,
camera, so it's just laid
that's
across the
two
floor.
things then, isn't it?
William
Ooh.
Kenny's in. Hello, William.
Hi, William.
good evening.
So just a little bit off that edge, make sure it's not razor sharp. Cuts the hand off me. Don't want to take too much off it. And then we can bring that over a bit. It might work better. Is that view okay for you guys? You can see okay?
Yeah, we can see
Yeah,
that.
fine.
So this is 120 grit.
It's only sanding anyway. We'll just drink our beer then.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Roy's the boys in. Hello, Roy.
Hi,
All
Roy.
right.
Good evening.
I'm kind of just working from the inside to the out. So look at that.
Steve Fleming.
Steve Fleming's in.
Yeah.
Much happier with that than I
you
was
did.
yesterday.
Good evening, Steve.
Uh,
You were fast then, Terry.
I was.
so that was 120. Let me just go straight to 240, I think. I know that's double the size, but should be all right.
Barry's Wood Creations has joined us. Good evening,
You see
Barry.
how I held up then to let you say that, Joe?
Oh, what?
So it's amazing the difference proper access and a sharp tool does. I think that'll do for sanding. If I need to sand it another bit, I'll have to do something else.
You just power
So let's
sand it
have a-
off, can you?
Let's have a look in here. Let's take this off. That's the wrong chuck key. That's the right chuck key.
Of course, you've got about 8 different chuck keys, haven't you? See, if you had the right chucks,
Well, I've got three different chuck keys.
3 different chucks,
Oh no,
4 different chucks.
no.
Overhead camera, if you mess around.
Sorry, guys. There you go.
Okay.
I'll just remove that. Now, put that up on its chuck buddy, or its faceplate buddy. Screws back in the drawer. I'll just throw them in. So we've got this bit to get rid of. But we should be able to get rid of that.
Benjamin
when-
said, Brian, if you open those doors, will a bunch of wild horses come in?
No.
If so, can you open the doors?
So this is the said picture. So that's what this is hopefully going to look like. Too much. Back a wee bit. There, that'll do. That's what it's going to look like, but that's obviously half scale. So this afternoon I made a full scale copy of what I need. Let me just do a little bit of a blow out there.
Brian, with a Y, Says, question, have you run out of bespoke smocks, Brian? You look very samey tonight.
So what I did earlier was, because I want to make this texturing on this, I made a template.
Returning by Barry's just joined us. Hello, Barry.
Evening, Barry.
This is what I call computer aided design, or cardboard aided design.
Did you draw that yourself, or was it done by a computer?
No, I drew it.
All right.
So I'm just going to draw this back in.
I think you can tell that Mark didn't draw it.
I was just going to say that. You can tell Brian did it, not Mark.
And what I'm hoping is that that lumpy bit, and it isn't actually, I'm going to have to sand that off. Or do something about sanding off. So that's where the texturing's gone. And I've got little holes there to tell me where the three little depressions are going to go. But I've had another thought about that. I'll reveal that later. So what we should have now is a... Let me just get my compass. And from the center spot, here on this one, we should have a circle at 85 mil.
The center spot, or the other center, yeah. The offset center.
There's two centers, you see.
Yeah.
So this is the offset center, I hope. And this should give me a circle. And I'm hoping that that's going to be, it is inside it.
If not, you can just about clear that bit up, because you won't
No,
be
it's,
offset.
well, the problem is my pencil won't go in there.
No,
I'll just loosen that and shove the pencil out a bit.
Well,
Now it should
from the
work.
look of the line to the rim, you can go another 5 mil on that if you need.
yeah, if you wanted to.
I could. Yeah, that's going to work okay.
It was a happy little accident, wasn't it?
No, it was
Oh, that was
judged.
funny.
It was judged. And I could have drawn that circles in, but I didn't need to. So we'll leave that there for now. Have another quick drop of tea. So, next thing we need to do then is mount this one here on its off-center point. So close up the chuck a bit. Put that on there. And open the chuck. Whoops. Not over tighten it because we don't want to split the down. There we go. Or the mortise, sorry. Now, I need to
zoom out on that one.
Can I zoom out? Let's go with that.
That's it.
A better picture for you.
That's a better picture. Make sure it's running true. Unless your
Oops.
mortise might have warped overnight.
Let's check that. Turn down a bit. Kind of looks all right.
Great.
It's hard to tell, really, isn't it?
Mm.
So what I'm going to do now is just take this extra bit off, and then we're going to do something else. So where is the center? There it is.
So Ben's asking what Steve's up to tonight. He's preparing for his holiday.
Steve is
Yeah.
preparing to go on holiday, that's right. So
Man
I'm going to use
deserves
my 3/8 bow gauge again and run this lathe up.
Which if Steve's watch anything like mine means taking stuff out of the suitcase saying we can't actually carry that much stuff.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
bit more speed, I think. That's 500, so we'll just nibble away at that nice and gently.
I want to make
Aston,
stuff.
I want to make stuff soon.
I asked him.
No, Aston.
Good evening.
Ben, I do
Thank
have
you.
advice for Stephen.
Definitely advice
Have
for
a
Steve,
damn
Terry.
good time. Don't worry about YouTube. Don't worry about anything. Wood turn, nothing. Just go and enjoy yourself.
So because this is only doing 500 reps, when I get into the middle more, it feels like it's going dead slow. So that means that I have to advance the tool dead slow. So I'm just kind of letting the tool do its own thing there.
This could be 6 cans of Doom Bar then, Pete.
Getting a little bit of bounce.
I've got
I've
got 5 here. I've got another 10 in the fridge, so we're okay.
Just checking.
Then.
So we'll just do a little pull cut there, just to try and finish it off a little bit. Doesn't need finished, to be honest, because we're actually taking that bit out. That's that. Now, so you can see where the texture is going to go. I'm going to have to put that back in again later because I'm going to use what do you call that stuff, Terry? Sanding sealer. That's the one. Sanding sealer first, and then I'm going to use some ebonizing fluid. That's the word I was looking for. It just was in there, but it wouldn't come out. So we don't need the sanding sealer.
It said to Ben that he's just waved off Steve on his holiday equipped with his bucket and spade.
His bucket and spade. There's a whole lot of people out with buckets and spade today, anyway.
Complete with his mini lathe.
So we're adding sanding sealer because we're going to use ebonizing fluid. Or ebonizing
5 pints
spray.
of Corona in training for next week's USA trip.
You don't need any training. Who you, Johnny kid?
You've got to practice. Can't just go into these things blind.
No, you absolutely. You need practice.
Just in case any of
Practices
you,
every night. What are you giving it?
just in case any of you people listening don't know, Lynn, your grit, so don't order any grit. Want it tomorrow? Is off to the USA to the AAW's symposium.
AAWG symposium.
AAWG symposium.
It's all very posh, isn't it?
Good man, Glynis.
Now, give that a second or two to dry off. I'm not going to try and do it with some shavings because I don't want to hurt my fingers. So we'll just
You're going to spray that now?
Yeah.
I suggest you get a parting tool and put a cut where you're going to start your
just here
bowl. Yes.
Yeah.
It'll start it, save you getting a catch.
That's a good idea, Terry.
Seems you're taking so much time to get it nice like this. You don't.
That's your first good idea you've had all day, Terry.
I thought it might be.
Can I suggest that you do it a 16th of an inch in from that line?
Yes, just in.
So you can work back out to it.
Gradually.
This is where it all went wrong yesterday.
Yeah, well, no, you scooted yesterday, so this is why you should start there. Nice 8 of an inch deep. Start it off and then you can swing it back in.
Let's have a look at that.
Because then you can spray it now and you know where you're going to go.
Yep. I can see exactly where I need to start my cutting out. And I've got a little edge there just to hold the bevel on.
Yep.
That was the reason for doing it. Didn't need that. And that's now dry, so we'll give this some ebonizing lacquer now.
I would spin the lathe slowly.
It's all right. I'll spin the lathe in a minute. Spinning a lathe when it's got an off-center piece in it doesn't really help, to be honest.
Nah.
Not too much.
Now that's the reason where I put the 3 little holes in there so as I can match up my template again.
Let it dry for a bit in case it runs.
The Bracken Tic is in.
Oh, Bracken.
Hi, Bracken. How you doing, mate? You can encourage to dry a little bit by using a hot air gun.
Yeah,
But don't get it too close.
Causes mine to go bubbly when I do that.
Yeah, that's why I'm standing away over here, Pete. My arm's length away from it, just blowing some warm air at it. Smile, that stayed up there, eh?
Ben said, Glyn, can you bring me back an American Big Mac? No, wait, 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, loads. Just bring loads.
Tom Tango Parker's just joined us. Oh, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
This is supposed to be quick drying.
Why do you need to tell Brian every time he sprays to turn the lathe on? That's because he hasn't got an SK114, so he doesn't learn very quickly.
Yeah, that's right.
It says it's touch dry within 10 minutes. It should be left for 24 hours. Yeah, not today.
Well, not today. Can I see that you missed a little bit towards by your sign?
Yeah.
Looks a
I
bit
can see that.
missed. No, down by the sign. You're,
yeah.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, there, just there. See, yeah, you missed a bit.
Or down here.
No,
3.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, and 6 o'clock.
Yeah, just a little bit you missed this. That's better. I know I'm a bit fussy about that, but you know.
Just give it a second code for you. There you go. You happy now?
I'm happy now.
Yeah. Good. Glad. if I take these safety glasses off that I can't hardly see through, I might be able to see.
Paint as well. It all looks black, doesn't it?
I don't think they've got paint on them, no, but certainly got a whole lot of dust on them for sure.
But when any of us do these lives, we do rush the paint, we do rush the glue.
We do.
Just to make the live happen. If you do it in your own workshop, then follow what the can says.
Take your time, yeah.
Douglas says, Glyn, if you have a space in your bag, some nice wood would be nice. Mind you, the weight of wood.
Don't put your fingers on it yet.
I'm not.
Do as you're told.
So what you could do now is you could take it off the lathe and put it to one side, make something else, and finish that on Sunday.
I'm not making anything else. I need it dry because I'm going to drill holes in it now. You should have drilled the holes first, really.
So can I, Jennifer. Jennifer can see a pig in the centre. So can I.
Okay.
I'm just looking.
Is this the nose here?
That is the nose.
Eyes up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you flip it the other
Let
way.
me turn the pig the other way.
The other way up.
The pig,
oh, yes.
Actually, it does look like a lamb.
Got a wee smiley face there.
Could be a lamb, actually. Baby lamb.
Could.
Baby sheep's.
I'm starting to worry about you guys.
Sorry.
It's even got a lot of forelock. Look.
Dara can see it as well.
Keith Jarvis has come.
Hello, Keith.
Good evening, Keith.
We're getting closer and closer with that heat gun. Get back.
No, I'm all right. I'm miles away. It's on low too.
Touch the paint that's inside the circle. Brian.
Be fine. Stop panicking. I'll do.
You get a big smudge on it. You got to do it all again. Eh?
Brian?
Yes, mate. Oh, no, it's not past already, is it?
It is.
Right, next thing I need to do is this. Open this jug. Stop turning it the wrong way. Go over to the... where is it? No, camera. Over to the drill press. And I need to drill 3 holes. Oh, it's bubbled a wee bit.
Nigel Foster's in. Well, we said it would, didn't we?
Yeah, Terry did tell you.
Hi, Nigel.
Did tell you.
You did tell me. You did tell me. You wouldn't listen.
You wouldn't listen.
You wouldn't listen. You never listen.
Alberto said he could see the pig as well, but there again he is drinking some homebrew wine.
Right, so I've got a 40mm Forstner bit in here already. It's a 40mm Forstner bit, so we're just going to ask that to go in there. Nice and gently.
Doesn't look like it's cut in square.
That's camera angle.
And all those shavings will be stuck to the ebonising lacquer.
Yeah, well. Okay, I can sand it off again if I don't like it.
Remember the depth.
Mark Strawson says, Brian, I've been worrying about Jennifer for 30 years.
Yeah, well done, Mark. Perfect.
Yep, we're going to have to sand that off again.
Would you?
I knew you should have done that
Oh.
first. So
I said you
change
should
the bit.
drill the O's first. You said, that'll be all right.
You did. But then, why would I listen to the badge?
There you go.
No, Nigel, we weren't talking about you.
Nigel?
Yeah, Nigel Foster's joined us. Benjamin says, so we have a pig on the front and E.T. on the back.
Oh, we got ET on the back. Didn't notice that, Ben.
Oh, just dropped my chucky. Pick that up. ET's on the back. Oh, yeah, he is, aye. You're absolutely right. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to do something with that black.
That's your thumbprint there, that. Where I said don't touch your
I've got a big thumbprint, right? I've got
Yeah.
more than a thumbprint. So let me just get that lined up. Turn that a little
You
bit.
know what Mark would say, won't you? Stop rushing, Brian.
Oh, yeah, he did, aye. I know. You know,
Because Pete's cracking beers.
it's time pressure. That's what it is. It's time pressure.
No pressure.
No
We've got
pressure. You
another
got till
day to
Sunday.
finish it. Yeah.
Last but not least, I need another one. Just about there somewhere.
Next to the other
Find it.
smudge.
Next to the other thumb mark, yeah. Thanks, Terry.
Welcome.
There we go. I think that should be it.
Ben's asking, how are you going to hide the force?
Ah, that's a secret, Ben.
All will be revealed.
Yeah. Or could
Who
that
said,
be
who said I was going to hide
three new chucking points?
it? I just threw shavings all over my floor. But never mind. I'll hoover up. So we'll just remount that.
Change the camera.
Yes, dear. No, wrong one. That one.
What you could do actually is you take it back off, put it straight up, flat down on the table, and sand that off. Whilst it's all flat.
No, that's fine. Give me texture jet anyway.
Well, yeah, but
There's a lot of wiggle with texture, but there's a bit up here which is bad. Just give it a quick rub there and see what happens. Let me just give that a little rub with 400 grit sandpaper.
rub it with thinner, so do it.
No, it's bubbled.
Oh.
So just up here, just on the very top edge, there's a little bubble. If I just give that a light rub with...
Radar said, forget the beer, I need some moonshine.
Because it's only a lacquer, so if I just give it a little rub with 400 grit, that'll take away the
polish up
bubbles.
again, won't it?
Yep, that will indeed. That will reduce it back to being a flat surface again. This is how I finish lacquer pieces anyway. I'll always kind of rub them back to 400 and then give them another spray. So we'll give this one more coat of lacquer.
You will.
And we'll leave it to dry this time. And you can talk amongst yourselves.
Well, Nigel Foster's asking, Brian, are you putting resin in the holes?
That's a
You didn't
possibility.
say that. All will be revealed in due course. That's 3 new chucking points, Brian, isn't it?
2 new chucking points is right, so we're going to off-center the bike now, just for the fun of it, with a small chuck. Right, give that a quick wipe with a cloth, just to take any of the dust off it. Lovely. And we'll get another coat of this. Shouldn't take as much this time. That should be enough, I think.
And leave it to
Spread it.
dry
And leave
properly.
it to dry. Right, let's just leave that to dry now. So, you're asking me what I'm going to do with the holes. Is Jennifer in today?
Yes.
Jennifer,
Watching avidly.
where is that piece that I have? Jennifer, when she first started doing resin, sent me a large piece of resin like this. She sent me 3 or 4 bits. And I used one on the bottom of a bowl, about half the size of that one, which you can look back on my channel and find. But what I did do is that one of the other small bits, I cut them up. I cut it up and I made these little pieces of resin, which kind of look like they've got a nice sort of, oh, on that side, they're kind of red and black and gold and kind of look a bit cosmic-y. So what I'm going to try and do is insert them into these holes.
Fingers off.
I'm not touching, I touched inside the hole. Ah, right. They'll be set in there, and then the whole thing will be polished up, hopefully, and we'll see what it looks like. But they will be in the textured piece. So
Stick
we'll
me
come
on
to
screen
that.
for a minute, Brian. I will do some shameless promotion while your paint dries.
Right. Good idea. Okay. Be on main screen. There you go.
Right, Monday, Terry's away yet again. So I'm
Oh,
doing Monday lunchtime live. I'm also doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away this twig pot box what I made the other week. Don't know quite how I'm going to do it yet, but we'll figure it out on Monday. But I'll chuck my link in later, but it's not till Monday lunchtime, so you'll forget anyway. But if you want to pop along to that,
a chance of winning.
Chance of winning that. And I've closed down my YouTube stats, but it's actually the 567 subscriber giveaway, but I've gone above that now, so it's
Yay.
He can't stick even
567 and a
numbers.
bit giveaway. But yeah, so come along on Monday lunchtime, and we'll give that little thing away. It's got a split in it, so I can't sell it, so I might as well just give it away, save burning it.
Well, that's a
And
good selling
yeah,
point there.
Good selling point. Yeah. 10 pence extra for a split.
Ben said, "Button up your shirt, Pete. We have
Button up your
ladies
shirt,
present."
Pete. Ladies
Yeah,
present.
it's hot in here.
Yeah.
It's 26.2 degrees in here.
Wow, that's hot. I couldn't stand that.
Right, back to you then, Brian.
Brian,
Susie's
Susie's
asking, how did you cut
returner.
the resin?
Yeah.
Thank you, Pete.
Susie was asking, how do you cut the resin?
How did I cut the resin? Let me just take this bowl off here for a minute because it's going to come off now anyway.
Glenn
Yeah,
said,
do
if
you
you
want to
don't
change
turn
your
up, do
camera?
you promise not to send it, Pete? Glenn, I wouldn't send it to you anyway because you'll be in a different country.
Yeah.
And I'll show you how I did. I'll show you how I turned it.
Camera, Brian.
Yeah, I'm coming to the camera here.
Got to get Pete off screen first.
So what I did was,
Yeah, you still got me on screen.
oh, sorry, Pete. I
That's
can
what we're
see
saying.
I'm looking at the other screen. Get off. So better, Pete. Happy now?
Yeah, you've got all of us now.
There you go.
There you go.
So what I had is, this is a waste block from another project, and I just mounted it in the chuck. I'm only killing time now, guys. You realise that, don't you? And I use a dot of hot glue, and I had a large piece of. So if you imagine this piece was twice the size it is now, and all I did, I glued it on there with hot glue, and I used the parting tool just to part it down to the right size. And I parted it all the way down to the right size, and then I cleared out the outside edge. And then I worked it down to the correct size for the hole. Now that should fit that 40mm Forstner bit. Should. And then I polished it up. It's still attached to that. And I did the same thing with these little ones, but they actually fit inside the groove it's made there. And again, just a dot of hot glue, or a small piece of hot glue for you non-Scottish people. And just glued it in and then cut it using that negative rave scraper, basically a negative rake scraper. Hope that answers your question.
Susie said, yeah, okay, thank you. And Jennifer said, I thought you would have thrown all the resin in the bin by now, seeing as you hated
No,
turning it so much.
no, you sent it to me. Why would I throw it in the bin? You sent it to me. So, next thing we need to do is get ourselves over to the workbench and have a look what we're going to do with this piece next. So I'll have to remark that now. Let me turn that. Let me just change cameras over to the workbench, guys. There. Switch that lamp on. So now, said bolt. I'll get rid of that piece of resin.
And Douglas said, please do not forget the thumbs up.
These are my concept drawings. And I need to put this back on here now.
Make sure I don't stick to it.
No, it should be. It's pretty well. It's pretty well dryish. It's not 100% dry, so we'll just put them over the holes. And really, all I want is for this to be the right shape here. So I'm just going to try and scribe that in a little bit.
Metal scriber might do it if you've got one.
So use a scribe. Not very sharp, that scribe. I'll just give it a quick run on my Pro Edge.
No, Mark didn't do the drawings, Nigel.
No, Mark didn't.
I wouldn't allow him to.
Can you see that okay?
Yeah, fine. Perfect.
Just there. So all I'm going to do now is just scribe that edge. Try and keep it against the card. Doesn't matter if you make a mistake coming in the way, as long as you don't go out the way. And as long as I can see it, that's the important thing.
Yep.
It does help.
I'm sure you guys will be able to see it or not. So I'm just making that crescent shape. It's almost like something of a Turkish flag, I think.
AGK Woodworks has got
Andrew.
a question. Is it Andrew?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, Andrew, yeah.
Okay, I can never remember. So, Brian, if we send you some resin bowl blanks, will you turn them?
Not while he's concentrating, Andrew.
You see how I had to really think about that there. Andrew, if you want to send me a resin bowl blank, I will turn it. I have neither the time nor the patience to be dealing with resin. All the preparation work and all that kind of stuff.
Richard Feelings just joined us.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
So that should be scribed now. Just try and lift that off without it.
No, it's stuck. I told you.
It's not
Go
stuck.
listen.
It's not stuck, Terry. It's just glued. It's fine. And if it is stuck, I'll just do it again.
There you go.
It's no big deal.
Oh, well.
I'll just do it again. It's no big deal. Rub it again with 400 grit and away we go. Now, I'm going to texture all this bit. And I'm going to use my Ryobi rotary tool. I haven't got a Dremel. And this is going to take a while, guys.
It's as good
So
as.
I'm sticking this on. And what I'm trying to do is just follow that line as close to the line as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. At the end of the day, it is texturing.
As long as it takes, Nigel. These things can't be rushed.
See, normally I would do this on a video and just speed this up. So when you're not being too careful around the edge, you can just get at it. And what I'm trying to do is do it kind of randomly, but humans are not good at that.
I'm quite good at the random by accident. Colouring inside the lines I'm not good at.
I really want to spray this black because you guys could actually see what was happening with the texturing.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't black, you wouldn't see this.
No.
This is just a little, I don't even know what size that is, about 2 mil, I think, 2 or 3 mil. Carbide cutter. It came in a cheap set from China. Bought it off Amazon. I think there was 10 in the packet or something for about 8 or 9 quid or something. It's crazy cheap.
And Jigsy said,
But it
can you
works the
speed
trick.
it up now?
Speed the video up now, yeah.
Is that okay, Jigsy? Yeah, sorry guys, this is going to take a while.
That's okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
We will.
Unfortunately, I can't see the screen from here, so.
Klondike
Hello.
Craftsman's in.
That's all right, we'll tell you if there's
Lewis.
anything good.
Lewis.
Lewis has turned up.
Hey,
Yeah, he's
Lewis.
got home.
Yeah, he got
You're
home
lucky.
eventually.
Yeah, I was going to say, has Lewis's luck improved any?
Not really. He's come to join you, and all he got is this. You know. Another hour, Lewis, is all right. Before he finishes the texturing. Don't rush it, Brian.
It's okay on the big bits, it's easy enough to do on the big one.
Yeah, they'll all go make a cup of tea now, and they'll all come back when you're halfway through.
Yeah, go and have a cup of tea. And if you remember that when I cut the these little indentations with the Forstner bit, it wasn't 100% level. But that's because the bowl slopes in towards the middle, and I did that on purpose. But I'll fix that just by texturing the edges of these and reducing it where it's a high spot.
Why we said, when are you going to get out the one you made earlier, Brian?
I'm not. I haven't made one earlier.
No,
This is
you
the
lot
first
got to
attempt
suffer
at this.
this. If we got to suffer, so have you.
Sorry, guys.
Don't
True,
apologise.
Douglas. That's true,
No,
Douglas.
don't need to.
Douglas Mullen says time is not an issue if you want perfection. It's not.
Good man, Douglas. Thank you.
Lewis's
Good
luck
to
is
hear,
slightly
Lewis.
better.
Well, let's face it, anything would have been an improvement.
Yeah.
What else would you be doing at this time of night on a Friday? Apart from getting some alcohol in you. And you can
Well,
do
it's
that
only
now
2
anyway.
o'clock in the afternoon for Lewis.
Oh, I saw it is. Get back to work,
Ben's on his
Lewis.
second
What
doom
do you think you're
bar.
doing? It's Friday.
Oh, another person
Ben's
who
on his
likes
second
doom
doom bar
bars.
now. Oh, hey.
Oh, just while I'm doing this, don't forget, guys, that the hashtag Lidded Box Week
Yep, still going.
is still running. And if you've done a box, get your pictures into Steve. This weekend, isn't it? No, before the end of next week.
Yeah, by the 23rd.
23rd, I think he said. Yep.
Yeah. By the
And the address
23rd.
is
Gives them time.
address is pinned to the top of the chat.
Email,
and
please.
it's also in the description of this video.
He wants email, not if you send him on Messenger, it's poor quality when he tries to replicate.
Yeah,
them
see,
on
Robert
it.
Copperell asked Darragh to list all the chucks he's got whilst we're doing this, Brian. And Darragh's replied, "Why would I do that? I won't pick on Brian."
No.
Thank you, Dara.
John McDonald. Hello, John McDonald. Didn't see you sneaking. Art is timeless, he says. It is.
I'm not so sure whether John McDonald was in from the beginning.
Oh,
Joe has just
Didn't you-
swiped my beer.
Joe,
Thank you, Joe. You
you
see,
can't do that. Glenn's in training.
Oh, no, I asked him if I could have it.
Brian with a Y says, Brian, he's not bored, but do you know how many indents you've done so far?
That could
Don't
be
know,
that
but I'm
should be a
getting a cramp in my
competition.
right hand doing this.
You should have made it a competition that you could count the indents.
Yeah.
Door 60's just joined us. Hi, Door.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Good
it.
Easy
As
says,
soon as you said that,
just
Pete,
popping
because
out for a moment.
I was going to say then, for £1,000 prize to somebody who can tell me how many indents are in this.
641 so far.
See were you paying attention?
Somebody out there is counting, Brian. Trust me.
Well, if you sell me the bulb for 50 quid and then give the £1,000 prize 2 weeks later, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Just rewatch the video in slow motion. You count them all.
Woodwind Paul's joined us. Good evening, Paul.
Paul.
There I am, Scotty.
Currently,
Do you think I'd fall for that old one?
Yeah, currently, Paul, if you're not sure what's going on, Brian is now sculpturing part of a bow. He's not far
Benjamin's
away from
saying he
finishing.
Benjamin reckons Brian's done 114 indents. No, at least double that, I think.
No, he made 114 indents, is what you're saying.
I think that was
Got you.
SK114 indents.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Aston says he's sorry he's a bit quiet tonight, but he's just editing his next installment with the soothing sound of Brian's Dremel in the background.
Cool. When's that coming out?
Yeah, when are we expecting that, Aston?
I could turn it up a bit faster and make it sound like a dentist drill if you want.
No,
No, don't do that.
That might scare all the women off.
I might have to
Mostly
mute
women
you
don't
if you
like
do that.
drills today. Joe says he's just drunk Glenn's beer. Cool.
Oh, no. So, if Glenn gets over-alcoholed in America and does something embarrassing, we all know it was Joe's fault for interfering with the training program.
That's
Yeah.
it.
He was a tiny bit at the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah, you guess what's going in here next, guys?
Guess what's going in where?
In here,
You're
in these
You're going to have some
indentations.
embellishing wax.
Gold
That's
leaf.
the one. Yep.
Embellishing wax. You've been practicing, Brian.
Yep, we're going to have a go with the
Without telling
embellishing
us.
wax. What about that?
Cool, you're taking all the
Cool.
risks on this one, aren't you?
He's actually tearing
Yep.
yeah, he's pushing the boat right out. I won't say what I was going to say.
I have a bowl in my collection already, which has got 8 of these kind of like swooshes that I call them on it.
Swoosh.
It took me 2 days
This could be a long live then, people.
just to put the swooshes in.
Dara says, Joe, I would have taken the whole bottle, not the backwash. Lol.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not so sure whether I've managed to keep the whole bottle, though. Anyway, it's done. Finished with. Sorted.
Dave Oaty said, embellishing wax. So does this mean you'll be turning off the texture soon?
Yeah.
This is entirely possible. This has happened before.
You don't have a mounting point for that.
No. Oh, you can put a woodworm screw in it, couldn't you, if you don't take the middle out?
John, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. If you look, there's not much more to do.
Actually, amazingly quick.
All right for you guys.
Yeah.
Tell my right hand that.
I was going to say he's getting repetitive strain injury now in his right hand.
So the next time I make one of these, it's going to be much fancier than this.
All right. Off camera.
Oh yeah, it'll be a video.
I mean, you can't really complain about repetitive strain injury. Do you realise how many times I got to lift up this beer glass while you're doing a live?
Exactly.
I know, Pete. It's shocking, isn't it?
It's hard work, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete.
The extra strain of opening the cans, Pete.
Yeah, we'll be soon.
For 4 minutes. We'll hear that inevitable sound.
How does that go?
You're not trying to put me under pressure, are you?
No
No.
pressure, Brian. You've got all night. I'm going
You can
to
carry
Yeah,
on
maybe.
Monday night if you want.
There might be no audience if I take all night.
It's all right. We don't care. We'll be here. No three-parter after he's going to finish this tonight. He's loud.
Oh dear.
Unless Michelle comes out and grabs him by the ear and says, "Get in here, you."
Then said, I guess there's not going to be a Blue Peter moment then.
Real.
No, there's no Blue Peter moments today. No.
This is the real live thing. All the happy little accidents happen
Creative while you
as it
watch.
comes.
You're getting to see the full creative process this time. I don't know how creative it is, like, but you're getting to see it anyway.
It's pretty artistic, I've got to say.
Yeah. Mind Michelle
And you're
gets
getting
fed
to
up,
see
she
all
just
the bad
flipped the
bits as
switch.
well. So when it goes wrong for me, hopefully
wrong
you'll
for
learn
you.
and it won't go wrong for you. Well, I had this idea yesterday morning. I developed it yesterday during the day, or up to lunchtime. Did some of it with the help of Pete, who gave me some technical information on how to start the turning process and which order to do it in.
Ryan,
Yes, mate.
You finish that in one can.
So now, let's just insert these just for a minute. If they'll go in.
We won't get them out again.
I don't care.
What?
They don't need
Well,
to come
you
back out again.
Not going to glue them in?
You can glue that in, Terry. You're a good one.
Tap, tap, tap.
I wouldn't have done that before I went and put it back on the way to the off-centre
Nor
bit.
would I. Would I? Never mind.
Have no fear, guys. What am I going to do next?
You're going to wipe off that black agonizing liquid
I'm going to turn the inside next.
and turn the inside out.
That one's going to have to be glued.
Oh, funny that.
No, that one's loose. Like it's too loose.
Get your glue out then.
It's a French fit. So what we'll use is we'll use some black. Where is it? Thick black.
Star Bond.
We'll use some of that. No, O3A.
O3. No, we got the O3 now. Have you seen Brian's video?
O3A I
O3.
use now.
Yeah,
is a-
I was glued to that video.
No one's
Which is
glued
a-
to that
which
video.
is
I
a-
was just
my
gonna say
God,
that.
that's so bad.
Boys are so funny. which is a British adhesive.
Oh, well,
Um,
even better.
I'll just stick a bit in the bottom. Shouldn't take very much. But I did it with the black, with the...
You're going to put the accelerator on the other piece?
Nah, it goes off pretty quick anyway.
Okay. Fine.
Right, they're supposed to look like moons in the sky that were wrong. They're supposed to look like suns
Forward,
in the
bring
sky.
it forward,
In
bring
the
it
sky.
Forward a
forward,
bit.
bring it forward, bring it
Oh,
forward.
sorry.
Bring
There
you go.
thank you.
They're supposed to look like suns in a night sky
And Jennifer
on a
was saying if
different
pigs could fly.
on a different planet,
Right.
somewhere in the universe. What to do with the top for that bottle? There
On
it
the
is.
left.
Found it. So make sure you wipe the top of your applicator nozzle before you put the lid back on. That should be fine.
Just got a bit of sticky paper to wipe off.
Yeah, it's actually. I'll need to sand that back a wee bit, but we'll do that now. Just get a little bit of 400 paper again. Sand this back a little bit.
Doug said, I saw the video. It looks like great stuff. Wish I could get some. I think they ship worldwide, Doug, so there might be.
I actually don't know if they do or not. It doesn't mention shipping worldwide. Got a feeling they might though.
It's always worth an ask.
There we go. And just give that a little clean up there a little bit, just a tiny bit. Just to take any rough bits off it. There we go. Now, we could mask that back off again if we want to respray that for now. But I'm going to just put it over here. Take it over here for now. Change it to that camera.
Back on the lathe.
Back on the latest, right. I just don't want to keep you guys here all night. That's why I'm kind of...
Well, we don't care.
No, don't rush.
Don't
Don't
rush it, Brian, for 10 pence worth. Keep it
what
going,
I want
mate.
to do is turn the bowl out now. Because it will actually be easy for me to mask this off, mask the bowl off, and respray that circle. Wrong camera. Respray that circle, and respray that bit just at one time, and then lacquer it. But I want to turn this bowl out now, and then we'll come back
See what you want to do next.
and see what's next with this bit here. Just get rid of that heat gun. Doing all right for time, it's only 9 o'clock.
It is CA glue, Nigel. Just a different mate.
Just
It
a
is
brand
C-
of
it's just
CA
a-
glue.
It's just a brand of CA glue, is correct.
Made in
But it's a
Britain.
British, company. It's made in Britain. That's why I bought it. So we'll see, do these little plastic bits stay in?
You can find out.
Something sounded funny there.
Undo the chuck and retighten it in. Just in case.
Oh, tighten it.
One thing I do when I do that sort of thing is I draw a circle in the middle of the waste bit with a pencil.
Just to check
Just to see that it is flat, that it actually draws a circle, not half a circle.
Let's try that then, Pete.
Lewis, the Klondike craftsman, says that is a unique piece. Really nice.
It's bouncing a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit is okay.
But
Yeah.
it's I've got a full
Got a
You've
full
got a
circle,
complete
circle.
circle, so you'll be able to cut
Yeah.
that.
so I should be able to cut it. That's right. And did you notice I used my gavel as a little hammer?
Yeah,
We did.
Lovely little beach gavel. I made that. I made
it's
that.
quite a nice little gavel actually.
Again, that's the subject of a video that you can go and watch if you want.
Darryl says, too bad you guys can't get the mercury CA there. It's medical grade.
Right. Where's Dara
Okay.
live?
America, I
Texas.
believe.
All right. Okay.
Just change to the big tool wrist.
Yeah. Bit better.
I'm only needing a little bit here, like, but I'll just change to the big one anyway.
But yeah, you might as well go right across it, isn't it?
And try and keep the post in the middle so you're not on the wing of it.
Yep.
Okay, so let's try cutting this then.
Take your time starting it.
I was just looking for my safety glasses there and they're on my head.
Yeah, I have that problem quite often.
Oh, heck.
So I'm just slowly increasing the speed to see what I can get.
500.
560, I reckon.
Yeah.
Maybe 700.
574.
Yeah.
Go on
Well,
then,
he's
let's
got
have some
extra
guesses how fast
You've
that
got
is.
extra weight in there now, so I reckon it could be like 520.
Yeah, that's a little bit too high you went there.
Yeah, because there's too much vibration on the way.
Mm.
So I'm just backing it off a little bit. There you go, 539.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, once you've got some of that bowl cut out, you might be able to get a little bit more.
Yeah, once I've lost some of the weight off it.
So you'll still have your weight on the outside, won't you?
So just
Yeah.
take some little cuts.
Remember, and of course, you've got a mortise in the bottom, so you don't go too deep.
This could be a slow process, but we'll just take our time.
Oh, there's no rush.
I almost made a funnel today. I got down to paper thin.
Did you? Afraid
I
to
got
sand
really
it, will you,
just-
Pete?
I use Yorkshire grip, but only a very small amount.
Joe's been waiting all this time to sing.
No, I haven't.
Might
I
get
was
to do
told
it
that
now.
it might not happen.
No, and when he's took this out, he's leaving it natural, so he'll Yorkshire grit it, I'm sure.
Ah,
Douglas
Got a
said, try and
feeling.
slow down. Please do not rush.
Good
Not
advice.
rushing, buddy. I can't really slow this cut
Oh.
down anymore.
You can't rush it anyway at that sort of speed of
No.
rotation. You've got to take your time.
So one of the most important things that I don't hear a lot of people talking about when you're using a gouge of any description, it's all about the speed of the wood coming over the cutting edge of the tool. So
Versus
whilst
the
I'm out
rate
here,
of cut.
I can actually go quite a bit quicker. But as you get in towards the middle, to where the thing is actually only doing 531 revolutions, you're going to have to slow the speed of the advance of the tool down a bit. It's a
I'm
Yeah,
point
it's
is
sort of
being,
proportional
why?
speed.
it's a
The
point
speed of
is
the
being
cut against the
lost, I
speed of the
think.
wood.
Yep. It's very important.
Or I should be trying to force the cut, and then it'll either
That's right.
catch or you'll fly it off the roof.
So currently I'm just letting
Surface
the tool
feet
do
per
the work
minute.
there. Just I'm not holding on to the tool at all. It's just cutting the wood. I sharpened it before we started. Now,
You'll need to
that's me.
sharpen it for the last cut.
I will resharpen it, yeah. So that's me kind of got well, it's terrible there. Let me just try and take
Slow the
another
rate
cut
of
there.
feed down.
Flip it up and see if you've got any screw holes you've got to loose.
Yep.
Radio's having to go. Looking great, Brian. I'll
Bye.
catch the rest later. Stay
Bye,
Cheers,
safe.
Rada.
Take care. Good night.
That should be better now, I think. Yep. Better.
Better?
Yep. It's slightly off balance a little bit, or slightly out of line a little bit. But I think we can work with it.
It won't be
So we'll take some of this mass out of the middle now. I've left the light on over by my desk. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to switch that light off because it's shining right in my eye. It's distracting.
Go back and gotta go. Take care.
Right, you're back in.
So you can see I've just taken nice light cuts. Keeping my hand behind the tool rest.
Glenn's suggesting you should take a full cut each time because it's going to be a ball ache to remove that centre nub at that speed. I think he's right.
Well, take a full cut right across.
Yeah.
So we'll get rid of the nub now, do you think?
Well, it's going very slow, so actually that centre bit is going to be a pain in the arse to do as a separate item.
Whose suggestion was that?
Glenn.
All right, Glenn, thank you.
Stephen the Wood Dude is back. He's asking us
Stephen.
if he's missed much.
Yeah,
Stephen.
you won't be able to see it till he stops the lathe, Steve.
And where were you?
He's wanting to get something to eat. He had to cook.
That's no excuse.
He had to cook himself to tea, didn't you, Stephen? He probably thought, well, Brian's going to be a long time anyway. So
Yeah, Brian will still be here at 10 o'clock probably. You could be right at this rate of cut. Oops.
John McDonald has said, my 5-year-old son is watching. He is so quiet, I thought he was asleep. Nope, just captivated.
God, that's
Hypnotised.
brilliant, John. What you can do now, mate, is just bring this video up each time. You want him to be quiet.
Michel said, saving money, Mr. O.
No.
Yeah, he's got to pay me for the flip the
Thinking
part.
of ways to spend it.
Shut up, pig.
Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to mention that, was I?
Again, you dropped me in it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're not one bit sorry. You keep doing it. You do it all the
It's
time.
expected.
I know,
It's
every
expected.
given opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's for.
I see you mean about getting rid of that nub in the middle. That's a torture.
We'll change our names from earworms to nightmare worms.
Now, I have no idea how much I've got left in there.
Well, my
so I'm
wife
gonna-
is wonderful. She's allowed me to build an extension to the workshop.
She has. Yes, I see that. So we'll use this patented.
Oh, what's that?
It's
What's
Wow,
that?
I
Where'd
wish
you
I
get
had one of
that?
them.
Oh, shy one.
It can't be that far in just.
Actually, he's
Feels
not
like
here.
a
There's
hole.
not much point in taking the piss out of him, really.
Oh, that's true.
Apparently, they're like rocking horse poo to get over those, are.
I've got a good bit to go. We're all right.
It looks like you got
Oh,
miles.
loads of room. Sure, if you make a funnel, you make a funnel, eh? Not the way of it.
Well, so you can put another piece of that plastic in that resin in.
Could easily, eh? Plastic.
Well, yeah, so it is resin plastic, isn't it?
Ben suggesting that John's 5-year-old son is trying to decode the accents.
Oh, you're gonna have a job with me.
Good luck with that.
Absolutely.
And
Brian?
his teeth. Yeah, that's the word.
Yes, mate. Oh, jeez.
It's only quarter
No,
past. I was just thirsty.
No pressure
Just-
then. Of course, it's been a bit warm in England today, hasn't it?
It has.
Oh, so
That's for
warm.
us. I know you're on 15 degrees, Brian, but we've been on like 30.
I'm going to sharpen this gauge, guys. You need to see that.
Should have sharpened it 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I know. Just whenever you think it's too late, 10 minutes later.
Well, while they're waiting for you to set that up, they can press the like button.
Ward Wilson has said, superb concept, great execution. And
Cheers, Ward.
still time to give a like.
Well done, Ward.
Let's have a look at that. Can you see
Stephen
that?
said,
camera?
"Oh, that's what I missed. Very nice, Brian."
Yeah, perfect, Brian.
Right, into the drawer. Wrong drawer, this drawer. Can't see the drawer. See, there's the drawer with the rubber Sorbet stuff.
I have that problem. 36
About
drawers
that.
in my workshop, and what I want for is always in the last
It
one. I
was
look
in the
in.
last blinking drawer, yeah.
Can't you start with the last one first?
Yeah, I tried that.
Yeah,
It
but
was
then
the
you put
first
in the
one that
first
time.
one.
But then it'd still be the last drawer, wouldn't it? It's always going to be the last drawer you looked at. Always.
So we're doing a 45 degree on this one.
Right wing first, 45 degrees, yep. Swept back wing. Do both wings and then roll it over the nose. No great pressure. Just let it run over there. And that'll do it. Simple as that. If you find a simpler sharpening system, let me know what it is, will you?
See how much better that's cutting?
John says, I asked him if he understands
Well
what
done,
you're
John.
all saying, and he said, shh,
Shush.
Dad.
Just
Excellent.
I like his style.
What's he called?
Sounds like a smart lad, John.
Yeah, what is this young fellow called? The trick about a decent bowl is to have the curve the same all the way down, isn't it?
Mm. Take your time.
It's not quite round there or something. Something
John
funny going
said,
on there.
credence.
Credence. Hello, Credence. I bet you'd be better than your dad at doing this in another 5 years.
That name brings a lot of tunes to mind.
Yeah,
Clear water, innit?
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Saw them play down in Kent. Oh, we're 20 years ago now.
Hmm.
Yeah, time goes on.
Anybody else think my toe rests a bit high?
Could be.
Well, this is painful because when it's going so slow.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you should slow it down, Brian. Let's slow it down.
I did slow it down.
You slow it down even more then.
God, it's slow.
How far are you going to go in? What you got left to go?
I'm going to take one more cut.
Make sure this is the good one then.
He said
Take
it.
it really slow on the inside.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let me get rid of
Half
some
the
of the
speed you
shavings
were
out my
going
way.
in. What was sweat, Michelle? Michelle said she went for a walk today. Got soaked.
She did.
Sweating, I suppose, for not being, the first time you've been walking for about 40 years, isn't it?
Well, no, it's in Ireland, so they have wet sunshine over there.
Copper Owl's asking if you've checked your mortise lately.
Don't tell him
Nope.
now. Perfectly
Nah, it's
secure,
good.
he says.
It's good. Everybody's saying hi to Credence.
Well,
Hi,
Good
Credence.
evening,
How you doing, buddy?
Hope you're enjoying it.
So when it started to squeal there, I just added a little more downward pressure on the tool
Yeah, don't.
with my left hand.
Nice and slow.
I want to make stuff. Aston's asking, do any of the earworms have a stream or video tomorrow?
Yeah, Wayne does tomorrow.
Wayne's on tomorrow evening.
Pretty much cut. Jake and Jamie are on tomorrow at 4 o'clock
Yeah,
UK
4
time.
o'clock UK time.
What's it called? Saturday morning, something or other?
Saturday morning cartoons.
Cartoons. Saturday morning cartoons.
That's Jake
Yeah, you are
reliving
too
his
high, Brian.
childhood. Think so?
Yeah,
Thank you.
3 or 4 mil.
Can't be. It's right. The tool rests actually all the way down, Pete.
Yeah.
Damn.
Probably just the off centre bit.
That's weird.
Can you get it closer?
That's good. Yeah, I can get in a bit. I could turn it and put it in there.
Because as you're turning the thing up, you're going a long way off the tool rest. So you
There's
get
a video out on Sunday lunchtime.
Who
In
has?
his normal time slot, but he's got a
I
video
see.
this week. John McDonald said, Dad, how do we know I'm watching? We can see you, Credence. We're watching you too. So Aston's going to put his up as a video rather than a premiere. It sounds like a busy day. Yeah, you either need to get in after Wayne or before Wayne, really.
Well, Wayne's not on till
Is it 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, so there's time.
So you've got loads of time. Jake and Jamie will be finished by 5 UK time. There's loads of time in between. I think that'll do, guys.
Well, Doug
think
Miller
that
says
just
he's
needs
just
some-
added a new video about 2 hours ago, a reworked pepper mill he found
did.
in a thrift store.
Yeah, we'll go touch up that outside edge later. But let's just concentrate on the edge of this bowl for now. Get rid of the bowl gauge.
So is this sanding sealer now, Brian?
No, I've got to sand it now. I need to do a bit of sanding, Joe.
Oh,
Joe's getting
I'm
excited now,
so
guys.
excited.
Hey,
I just can't hide it.
somebody pull off
I'm there.
Joe's stream.
Went a
Turn
bit
the
too
speed up
fast
too
there.
much.
Well, I didn't change the speed at all.
Yes, you did. You wound it up.
No, I didn't. I never touched the speed.
You did. We saw you.
Okay, check this chuck.
Fine.
It's grand. Chuck's okay.
It's fine.
I must have just took it.
Man, that's great. His mum's going to be asking why he's talking to the TV.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he'll
dear.
say, because they're talking back to me, Mum.
Because they were talking to me. Don't know what happened there, guys. It just kind of took off on its own. Maybe it was just a
Okay, so
fast start.
Aston's
And it
got
was
a
a bit,
premiere tomorrow, 6 p.m.
6
UK
p.m.
time.
UK time.
let's have a little bit.
Pete,
of
you want to stick his
suction.
link in?
Yeah, go and find that.
Might be easier just to power sand this, to be honest.
I would have.
I can do that too.
Benjamin says he always nudges the speed dial without knowing.
Oh, Mark had his controller up on the headstock when I was there the other day.
Mm.
And I just kept hitting it with my elbow and changing the speed. And we were playing with a skew, so it was quite important I didn't really.
Mm. You warming your lungs up, Joe? Ready?
No, I'm drinking Glenn's beer. He's brought me a full
Oh,
bottle.
that'll sound good, wouldn't it?
So I can't find the actual premiere yet, but this is the channel for
Okay.
Aston. So if you ever look at their,
Have a
well,
look at
at
Aston's
5
channel.
tomorrow afternoon, it'll be up for 6 o'clock.
He's got a premiere tomorrow. That's Cricket Brian, isn't it? You got it, Stephen.
Ha ha ha. Stephen.
Stephen's neighbour's dog's just started early, so he gets the sound and see there's coming, and then exclamation mark.
Brian, Credence has got a question for you.
Yes.
He said, why don't you use an SK114?
Somebody's coaching Credence.
Trouble is, he's going to grow up and remind you of that when you're an old man. Oh, you are an old man. I forgot.
What do you mean when? What's this when nonsense?
I say, what, next week?
No chance, Ben. It will. The beer will not improve the singing.
She'll slur her words, mine. But
No, we have been drunk with Joe before.
yeah, she
It's a
always
worry.
sounds the same. When she's
It's a
sober or
worry.
drunk.
She's a worry, is right. Joe,
Yeah.
guess what grit this is?
Is that a 240?
Oh no!
That's the one, Joe.
2-minute warning, people. 2-minute warning. Joe's going to sing.
Ah, cheers, Terry.
You're welcome.
Oh,
That's Stephen's
dear.
dog, neighbour's dog.
Yeah, Glenn is flying to Nashville, where he's going to get all countryfied before he goes to Chattanooga.
Oh.
Chattanooga.
AAW.
Pardon me, girls at the Chattanooga. I've got blow that out.
I was going
Don't
to say
usually
airline
blow
might work
dust.
there, Brian.
Yeah, I don't usually use my airline,
I think you have to this time.
but I will this time. I'm starting to think it's too dark.
Too dark,
I
as
need to do
in
some. I need to do something in here to lighten this up.
No, you
It's
don't.
too dark.
gold. Silver.
I think I do.
It's
Silver.
lovely.
Silver embellishing wax.
Oh, heck.
Oh, heck, that's quite nice in there.
It is, isn't it?
Stephen's mute button stopped working. She's
Got
not
to
happy.
improve that, don't you?
What?
Well, if you could find a way of sanding it up to about 1,000 grit.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I've got an idea. Hold on, Pete. Just give me a second there. I might have the very thing. Oh, look.
It's Yorkshire 1000.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, where'd you get
That
that,
should do
Brian?
it.
Yeah.
Amazeballs.
I just happened to have that.
Plaster it on thick, Brian, like you didn't pay for it.
Like you didn't pay for it. Yeah, that's funny, that, because I didn't.
Don't get it on the edge, man. You want to wipe that paint off.
Yes, dear.
Jennifer is suggesting gold embellishing wax.
Oh,
Silver.
black and gold. I think silver to lighten
Black
it
and
up. I
gold,
think
black and
gold
silver.
might. Gold's can be quite dark
Gold
sometimes.
would brighten
you
it
know.
up. Gold would go with your planets.
Suns.
No, silver will be good. It's a good contrast to black.
It is.
Nice ripple in that sycamore. Brian says Richard Phelan.
It's a nice piece of sycamore, Richard. Thank you very much for the
Cheers.
blank, by the way. This was one of Richard's.
It gives
I'm a
you
little
some
bit
really
black.
nice
I'm a
wood,
little
doesn't
bit
it?
Price
black
is just
on the
going.
edge.
Price is
Just
just going out now, Richards. Price is just going up.
turn the speed
Right.
down again.
I've got to say, Richard does produce some nice bits of timber for you.
He does.
He's a good
Yes.
lad.
He's a good lad, right?
Hands I feel pity can be soft as your face, with light brown Yorkshire tea.
I was just about to
Thank
say,
you for
put
the
Terry on a time out there,
supporting
Pete, will you?
noise.
No, you can't do that.
I
'Cause I got
can't.
a
He's also
blue-
got a spanner.
I got
He's
a
got a
blue
spanner.
spanner as well as a badge.
He's got a spanner and a badge. Oof.
Yeah, spanner and a badge. There's nothing I can do about
He's no stopping him now then.
Stopping me now.
Have we got anybody still here? Is anybody still
We
that.
with
Yeah,
us?
Yeah,
there's
there's lots of people still
1,500.
here.
Oh, good.
Dude says
You have
silver leaf,
54
but
watching,
on sparingly, he might be nice.
Silver.
but they
Oh,
don't all like it because there's only 38 thumbs up.
what?
Yeah.
Get the thumbs up, boys. Come on. Boys and girls, should I say. I'll be convinced that all the girls have already used their thumbs up. It'll be the boys that'll be lagging behind, I would think.
Yeah, I did remember to put the thumbs up this time. I don't always.
Hey, you know what?
I
Know what
didn't.
else? Hey, you know what I remembered today?
Did you remember to
What?
monetize it today?
I remember
it
the
on,
money
did you?
That
ties.
makes a
Get on.
change.
Yeah, it does, aye. And there's one other thing I forgot, but I'll just fix it now. This. There we go. That's my website. If anybody wants to go and have a look at my website, there is some. There's a gallery of some of the pieces I've made. Everything is for sale. If you want anything, just PM me. New pieces will be added in the next sort of
As and
week or
when.
so. So now, is Glenn still in the house?
He is.
I should wipe that off around the edge, Brian. Not
That's just what I'm going to do, mate.
It'll rip it off us.
Wiping it off whilst it's stationary rather than.
Carefully.
Because Brian always forgets to put the link in the comments, so I'll bring it in here.
Oh, what link and what comments? Oh, aye, that. Yeah, I did. I was
Yeah,
supposed
you
to do
always
that
do.
yesterday. I do, I know.
John
So,
says,
see that-
Credence has asked me, Dad, would you get me one of those little lathes?
Good
Yeah.
man, Credence. Get you in there, boy.
That's because he only knows his VP36 from his dad.
One of these little
John's
legs.
got a VP36.
Oh, has he now?
Mm.
Right, the question I was going to ask Glenn is, because I can't turn the speed up a whole lot in this, how can I...
Just
Because
leave it at
normally
500.
you would
500.
turn the speed up and kind of buff it off and melt the wax a bit.
Yeah,
and
leave it at that. That's right. Pressure harder.
Yeah, a
That's
little bit
hot.
more pressure and the same
Pressure
speed.
harder. You only got to get it hot. So.
Well, I had
Same
it
as
down
the
about
tool.
250, so I can actually turn it up a little bit.
More
Put
pressure.
half a dozen 6-inch screws in the short side of it. Make the weight the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Glenn said more pressure. It's just about the friction.
It's all about the friction.
And Ben suggested a buff with a drill mop.
I'll do that for the polishing bit.
But,
We'll see how it goes. Might be okay. So the rest of it will begin.
same as the cutting, to be honest. If you can't get the speed on the wood, then you just got to take a little bit longer doing it.
Mm.
And Lewis
Lewis
said,
is
did the
asking-
black get streaked? Can it be fixed?
The what?
The
Did
black.
the black get streaked and can it be fixed?
Yes. It will take a little bit of
Persuasion.
persuasion,
But everybody.
but basically it's this is black lacquer, so it can be fixed. It's got a little bit of a streak in it there. I actually had to rub it with a bit of 400 grit. So
If you put some fine, microfine Yorkshire grit on it, it'll polish it up anyway.
Well, I happen to know that Sunday evening, Mr. Walt is doing a live, and he may well have the masking technique that you need.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
you could
I'm
do.
not going to hold my breath waiting for that then.
Being
International.
Ambassador for
international
masking
masking
tape.
tape user.
Right, just give that. Need to put a whole lot of pressure on that now. Now that I've got rid of any excess Yorkshire grit that I had in there. And that's starting to shine a little bit. You can start to see the reflection of the piece of paper in the piece. Keep
Andy, the
changing.
woodwork learner.
That won't matter.
in
So once
piece.
you put your wax on and polish it, it'll be fine.
Yep. But I normally get a little bit of a shine off the Yorkshire grit.
I can see a bit of a shine off it.
There
'cause
is
you can see
shine.
the
Can
whites
I?
at the bottom.
There's a fair bit of a shine on it now. So the thing to remember is that Yorkshire grit is not a finish. Although it does have wax in it, and it will produce a bit of a shine. It is not a finish. It's a cutting paste, basically. So this is my go-to.
Finish.
That's your shame.
Andy the woodwork learner said Joe's singing will help melt it. That's actually very true. I find Yorkshire grit really works better when Joe sings.
Now, a good chance my arm will put some polish on that black bit.
Yeah, well, you might.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I may just be able to re-varnish that. Or not varnish it.
Right, can't you? You've got nothing to lose.
Got nothing
Lewis
to lose,
says,
is right.
Brian, did you see a piece for inspiration, or is this an original?
It's every piece I do has had inspiration. I'll show you the inspiration, guys, so just so you know. It's nothing like it, but it's a start because I'm only new. And the inspiration comes from this book. It's called
Marketing.
It calls Masters Wood Turning. Major works by leading artists. Not sure if it's still available or not, but it comes from Lark Books. And the inspiration piece that I took my inspiration from is this. This bow. That's where I took the inspiration from. Now,
Right.
he's got holes drilled all the way through that way and all the way through that way. So I couldn't even figure out how to do that. So I just thought I'll do something similar, but not as technical. But look out, because the technical will be coming. So that's where the inspiration came from. Oh, I never told you who that was.
Uses masking tape are banned in the US as too violent.
Sorry, I should have told you who that guy was. Let me go to the overhead. So that's his thing there. He calls that Tandora's Gift. And it's, where's his name?
Lewis says he likes your version better.
Graham Priddle is the guy's name.
Graham Priddle.
Graham Priddle, a native of New Zealand. Doesn't actually tell you who he is or where he is. But that's a 9" by 21 by 28. 9 by 21 by 28 inches. That thing's massive.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's made from Hudson pine. Or not Hudson pine, but Huon, Huon pine. Good on you, big lad.
But what it did do is it inspired you to do something.
It did. It gave me the inspiration to try and do something a little bit different that I hadn't seen anybody else doing. Oh, sorry. There you go. A little bit of inspiration to do something that I haven't seen anybody else do.
This is it. I mean, we all have seen thousands and thousands of ideas, whether it's ceramic, wood turning, whatever. It will inspire something. But what you actually do is unique.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody else has made one of these, not to my knowledge.
I'm dubious about saying it's my own idea because I don't think there's anything that hasn't been done. You just come up with a version.
Yes, right. What inspires you and what makes you think about it?
Yeah, there's only so many beads and coves you can put in a piece, like, at the end of the day. Let's have a look at that. that a little buffer. I think that's actually cured that.
Ideal.
Fabulous.
Because I did only rub it back gently with 400 grit, and it will be getting lacquered, but not now, obviously. But there we go. That's that piece kind of done, guys. Let me just take it off the lathe.
I think that looks nice. I don't know whether you need to embellish that at all.
I'm not sure it needs any more either, Terry, to be
No,
honest.
I don't. It looks like it doesn't.
Yeah, you can't lacquer it now. I've run out of beer.
I wouldn't
I
lacquer it
haven't.
now anyway, because when I lacquer something, it gets 9 coats over 3
No,
days.
you didn't have any beer. You just nicked Glenn's.
Nah, it hasn't quite fixed it.
He gave me
But
it.
it's not bad.
You nicked it, he said.
Let's go to
Oh, he's always going to say that.
this camera. Let's go to this camera. Drop that down just a fraction. Put
Now
my
that
little
gives the
friend.
optical illusion that the bit that you use for textured is sinking in.
Doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Brilliant.
It does a little bit. It has a little bit of a
does.
slope from
No,
this
but it
edge
looks
to
like
here,
it's sinking right in.
but it
It's
does, doesn't
really
it? It
good.
looks like it's cupped.
Yeah.
So there you are, guys.
Too
That's that
bold.
little.
That's
It
super.
needs. It definitely needs to be re-lacquered here. So I'll mask
Well,
this
yeah,
off
yeah,
and lacquer it.
yeah.
And
Well
there's
done.
the underside is different as well.
Beautiful.
Lovely
So
piece
it's
of
quite
wood.
a big base. This is done. It's got 2 lines in it, and then in the centre there will be my maker's mark, and there's ET.
Beautiful, Brian.
So
Well
there you
done,
go,
mate.
guys.
I
Excellent.
think you need to do more two-parters.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That depends on what the people think. Let me see. Whew.
Well,
Let me bring you
a
guys
lot
back
of really
in.
nice comments coming up. People do like it.
Yep.
Let me just go to this camera, and I'll maybe show you a little bit closer. So there it is, guys. If I step over there.
Good.
It's quite big.
Mm,
What size is it?
nice.
It's 11 and a quarter inches across,
Mhm.
and it's just over 2.5 inches deep.
Very nice.
There we go.
That is really, really nice, Brian.
Excellent.
And a little bit
Beautiful.
there.
Glints is fabulous.
Yeah. Thanks very much, guys. The next time you see it will be nice and shiny, because I'm gonna regloss that. Yeah, I like it. Give you
Well
one last
done,
look
boy.
at it from the overhead. Oh, get in
Mr.
there.
G's
No,
wood turning. I never saw
That's
him come in.
and we'll put Maurice
It
in the bowl.
looks lovely.
hello.
Well done.
Thanks very much, guys.
Maurice.
We shall, I think we'll go there. Thanks to Pete for his technical advice again, and Terry. I don't know what to do without you guys. It would take me a whole lot longer to get something done. Lewis says that's in your top 3, Brian. Well, thanks, Lewis. I appreciate that, man. And Joe, it's always a pleasure to have you along, Cal.
Thank you.
Your company's always
Pleasure
good.
to be here.
Even it is just for the singing.
Even if it's
Hey.
just for singing.
Hey.
Watch it, Bray.
Terry, stop it. So, like, what day is this? This is Friday. I'm not used to being on the Friday night.
Yeah.
So we've got
Yep.
tomorrow, Jake and Jamie. We've got
And Wayne.
don't forget, guys, that tomorrow, if you want one of the maker's shirts that Jamie is doing at the minute, JP, he does this charity thing where he sells a T-shirt, and then all the proceeds go to a maker in the community. So he will be donating something to a maker in the community. The link is in the
Somebody that
description
needs it.
and at the top of the page. Yeah, it's usually somebody who's would like to get going but hasn't got the finances to get going. So Jamie kind of helps them get going,
Yeah.
which is really nice of him. So if you want to buy the T-shirt to help donate to that, the link's in the description. And I think Jake and Jamie's going to announce it tomorrow on the cartoons
Probably.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's that. The last thing I want to mention is the hashtag Lidded Box Week. Entries need to be into Steve, or not entries, but the pictures need to be into Steve. The email address is skkrafts@btinternet.com. Again, that's in the description of this video. Get
by
your
the
pictures in
23rd.
there by the 23rd. Steve will do a compilation, and then we'll post that to YouTube. so everybody can see. And Douglas says he's got his shirt ordered. Good man, Douglas. Well done.
Douglas.
And Aston says great cause and a great shirt. Good man, Aston. Well done. Right, we're done. So basically, it's good night from Pete.
Good night, everyone.
Good night from Terry.
Goodbye, everybody. Don't forget to hit the thumbs on the way out.
And good night from Joe.
Good night, everyone.
And it's good night
Thanks for
from me
coming
as
in.
well, guys. Bye, everybody. See you on the next one.
See you soon.
Cheers. Thanks for coming in.
Bye.
Cheers now. Bye
See you
bye.
soon. Bye.